Hey, hello everyone, what is cooking all you good-looking people out there, and welcome to another exciting episode of GeoGuessr. Here we are in yesterday's daily challenge location. We've got these two creepy little... Actually, it's the same girl wearing a Dora the Explorer shirt. Yeah, okay, I think that is what that is. Outside of this town. Wow, that is really interesting. I have no real idea where this is. This is hard to guess. Does this look like America? I mean, something tells me that it is, but something tells me that it isn't. I don't know, just the look of it. I mean, it very well could be America. I think I would be dumped. I mean, what is this? Is this like a volcano? As if that is a volcano, then that makes things a whole lot more complicated. Because there's probably not in America then. Wow, look at this place. Actually, you know what? This looks like it could be a pickup truck. So I am going to say that it is America. Where in America does it look like this? Well, none other than the great state of Utah. Right around here, right around, I don't know, something like right outside Brighton. Let's make the guess, and the answer was, yeah, it's pretty much the right idea. It was in Utah, right around Salt Lake City. But it was on the other side of Salt Lake City. Right over here in Tool. Wow, very cool. Well, hopefully some of you guys figured that one out. All right, here we are in today's daily challenge location, a really cool spot. We've got an awesome drone 360 photosphere from above this beach right over here, I guess, but it's of this really cool island in the middle of this big lake. I mean, maybe there's a lot of lakes around here, river, lake system, very cool, but also we've got a really nice view of this town over here. It's not like crystal clear, but I mean, just look at it. It looks like a beautiful small town, industrial. We got maybe a factory over here and over here. But oh man, this looks like a great place to live. You can live by the water. It looks like there's not too many people out on the water, so who knows why that is. But man, what a cool spot this is. And today's daily challenge, which means it's up to you guys to tell me where in the world you think this is. All you need to do is put your guesses down in the comment section below, and in tomorrow's video's comment section, I announce the winner, the person that guesses closest. Now, there are no prizes, but there is glory to be won, so if you're interested in becoming the day's top GeoGuessr, then tell me, where in the world do you think we are right now? Well, oakley dokley, here we are in the main section of today's video, and today we have got a viewer challenge, one brought to us by someone new to sending in challenges. That would be me and my Emacs. That is right, me and my Emacs. It's a really interesting name, and seeing it at first, you know, the name does end with 2X. Well, there is something called an Emacs. Now, I don't know what an Emacs, well, I didn't know what it was, and it ends with 2 X's, so that's only one short of being dangerous name, so I googled it to find out what that was, just in case would turn out to be a name that I wouldn't end up showing. But actually, Emacs, as it turns out, that is a really, really cool remote-controlled, you know, four-wheel drive truck. They're like super expensive, at least the ones that I saw just when doing a quick Google of what that name is. I don't know, those things look awesome. Really, really cool. I don't know if they're gas-powered. I didn't look that much into it, but they looked pretty awesome. So yeah, me and my Emacs. That's awesome. It's always cool, remote control cars, trucks, things like that. I mean, that sounds like something that is really sweet. Anyways, thank you very much for this challenge. It is not, there's no theme on it, so we could be anywhere in the world, or maybe there's a secret theme. We're going to find out. If you're interested in creating your own custom challenge with a theme or not, with special rules or not, you can just look down at the description below to find a step-by-step guide on how to create your own custom challenge and how to send it to me. Also, you can find the link to this one so you can play along yourself. So thank you so much, me and my Emacs. Let's get right to it. Boom! We find ourselves at a Sears in Quebec. That is great. Why? Well, because it's Sears and it's French. So that's pretty much it, really. Unless we are in like somewhere else. Oh, okay. No, we're not in Quebec. We're in New Brunswick. I was gonna say, unless we are in New Brunswick, where you still see a lot of French and English on signs. New Brunswick is probably the most bilingual province in Ontario. in reality, and we actually find ourselves in a place that I have been before, although I'm not too familiar with it. It is Edmundston. That is right, the sort of notorious Edmundston, not Edmonton, but Edmundston. It is a place right over here, very close to the border between Quebec and New Brunswick. Yeah, New Brunswick, the most bilingual province in all of Canada. It's more like there's a lot of laws that promote equal French and English, whereas you see in Quebec, there's a lot of laws that promote French first, and then in the rest of Canada, there's a lot of laws. Well, there's not a lot of laws, meaning it's usually just English first. But Quebec has a lot of laws promoting French first, and New Brunswick has a lot of laws promoting equality between French and English. And the rest of Canada pretty much just falls mostly English, to be honest, mostly because of no laws concerning that. Although, there are a few things that, if you want to get a government job, it is very beneficial to speak French. If you don't speak French, you could have some problems there. But if you don't speak English, honestly, you'll have even more problems doing it. But again, if you live in Quebec, it is hard to find a job if you do not speak French. Even in places where your bosses and coworkers will all speak English. So there you go. But we are in Edmundston, meaning I have to try to find where in Edmundston do I know of. Because that is going to make things more complicated. I just need to get my bearings. North is this way. That's good. That means that's the right direction. Haven't been to Edmonton in a while. Edmundston, probably the last time I went there would be 2006 or 2008. I'm not sure which one out of those two. Maybe 2006. My God, would it have been 10 years ago? So this place must have changed a whole lot. And oh boy, this is gonna be quite tricky. I want to find There's a place I want to find here, which is, oh boy, this is gonna be tough to figure out. Mostly because I'm not really positive where we are. I mean, where's the highway? The highway isn't supposed to be like super far out of town. I thought the highway just cut through the city, but maybe this is it. Interesting. I mean, there's a Tim Hortons right here. Okay, here's the highway. All right. So here's the highway right here. And where's the like Comfort Inn? There's a Rona. All right. So we can go over here like this, and we see the highway, and around here, maybe up here is going to be the hotel we stayed at the first few times that we would stop at Edmundston. To be honest, you don't need to stop at Edmundston. Don't. Believe me. Seriously, if you're coming from, maybe if you're coming from Toronto, Edmundston seems like a good idea. But seriously, if you're coming from Ottawa, if you're coming from Kingston, you're coming from further, then if you're coming from Toronto, oh boy, you might be out of luck. Honestly, it's pretty far to get to Woodstock, and it's pretty far to get to Fredericton. But if you come from Ottawa or Kingston, seriously, drive a little bit further. Get yourself to Fredericton or Woodstock. If you're coming from Montreal or Quebec City, just go all the way. Maybe Moncton or wherever your destination is. Try and drive the whole way. It's not that hard. Honestly, if your destination is Edmundston, honestly, it probably is a good place. It probably is a fine place to live. Just, oh boy, it can be a bad place to stop on the road. At least that's my experience with it. At least back in 2006, there was there's no way I'm gonna find it. We're on the highway now, so at least that happened. There was at one point a combination motel / Chinese food restaurant that we slept in, and that must have been possibly the worst place I have ever slept in my life. It was dreadful. I don't know if the Comfort Inn still exists. It was somewhere down in the city. I have no idea where it was. My memory of this place has probably been blocked out. But Paul Davis Systems, it was, I don't know. I feel like, okay, let's say you get over here onto this street. This feels like a main street right here. That is good. What do we have around this? This looks like a main road. We got tattoo and body piercing right over here. Okay. There's this. That's clothing. What else do we got? A Dairy Queen. None of these buildings particularly remind me of anything, but again, like most places, I think this place has changed in the last 10 years. Fairly certain that it is much better than it once was. I guess, oh, it's quite nice actually. You know what? I'm gonna kind of revise my my stuff about it. 10 years ago, this wasn't a nice town, but the more and more I see it now, the more I think, you know what, this place is okay. Edmundston, you can win it back. Look at this place. Station 127. Maybe this place right here used to be the Combo Motel Chinese food restaurant. But now it's a place called Station 127. A very trendy looking place. Awesome. So, you know what? Maybe it's time to revise my negative view. And as it turns out, it could be quite a nice place indeed. So yeah, Edmundston. Maybe if you are going on a road trip, you should stop by. Stop by and tell me about it. And if you live in Edmundston, tell me, has your city changed in the last 10 years? And is it worth a stop? Because if it is, my next time out to the East Coast, if I'm not driving the whole way, and unfortunately I will just be going straight to there, but if it has changed, tell me about it. And if I do decide to stop, I won't go to Woodstock. I'll stop at Edmundston and see how it is. Look at that big factory here. Make the stop. Boom. That is it. Now where are we? Good question. At least Edmundston has kind of gotten a little bit better. The one place now that needs to get better in my mind, Amherst. Well, actually, the real #1 worst town in the world in my memory. But that story is for another day whenever we go to Amherst. But, you know, okay, we're in Mexico. Mexicali, BC, Mexico. All right, that should help. Now, the real question is, where is that? And I know where it is, but here it is. Okay, that wasn't actually too hard. Great. Okay, well, why don't we're in Mexicali. Should we go see the border? Oh. Do you think this is it? Do you think this thing right here is the border? This big giant fence? I wonder what's on the other side of this. Well, if it has anything to do with the look of this, there might be straight up just a road. How is this interesting? What a strange place. So, very, very bizarre. Wow, this is a strange looking place. So you get to here, and what's on the other side of this fence? That's what I want to know. Can we go see the other side of this fence? Yeah. I mean, that seems a little bit more likely. We have now ended up... I can't really tell. I don't know where that is. We've just... I don't know. Mexico, United States, road, and maybe we just... interesting. It looks like this road just goes. Wow. Well, very confusing, but now it seems like we're at like a big empty area. Wow, big fence, big empty area, and this city just keeps going, doesn't it? It does. So I'm guessing that was like around here then? And the fence is right there or something? Yeah, so we were like around... okay, no, it kind of pulls out. What about this part? Okay, so we were somewhere... we were like right there. Or we were like right down here, and then we went all the way right there. Okay. Return to start location. Let's go follow this fence. Let's find out. Where are the holes in this fence? Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. So let's go down this way. I'm not going to look at the street names. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I really do want to see what's on the other side of this, and like how much patrolled is it on the other side? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But it is very curious that a place like this exists. Like a border fence like this. It seems like it would be too easy to just cross. And maybe you can cross. Maybe. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it probably does matter if you do, but, you know, there you go. Interesting. The border between Mexico and the United States. A lot of controversy. Well, I mean, there's no controversy surrounding the fact that the border exists, but there is controversy surrounding everything else that has to do with it. But there you go. There's a truck over there, one we would maybe expect to see. Look at that. It's all fenced, but you would imagine that happening in like a big city like that. You know, there you go. It is what it is. What can I say about it? Nothing. What will I say about it? Nothing more. 62-19. This is somewhere completely different. Well, I mean, all right, what's going on here? What in the hell is going? We're at like a closed airport where people are walking and biking and roller skating. Is it really a closed airport, or is it like, well, it must be, right? It must be a closed airport of some sort, but something is going on. Where is there a closed airport? That is a good question. There is, I don't know where a closed airport can be found. A closed airport can be found in Europe somewhere, probably. Roller skates, big tower. What else do we see? Maybe other things can help us. We can see buildings over here. These are they churches? Are they not churches? They look like churches. Okay. So we got churches and airports. I guess that we would be in Germany. Okay, Germany sounds fine. Where in Germany? Nothing like a good airport around Dresden. No, around, yeah, sure. Right around Dresden. Let's call it, yeah, sure. Let's call it somewhere like around Dresden. Should I look for an airport? No, I shouldn't. Like right around here. Let's say that's an airport, just been decommissioned, so it's not on the map. Make the guess, and the answer was Berlin. Okay, it's an airport around Berlin. It's a park. Okay, it doesn't look like an airport to me, so yeah, it is a big park. Yeah, all right, that makes sense. It was Berlin. Wow, 29-14. Maybe I should have guessed Berlin. Well, I got close. It was Germany, but my guess was so wild and out there. I just kind of guessed Germany. Mostly because of Europe and churches. I don't really know. That's pretty much what my guess was. That going and looking at different German cities didn't really feel like it mattered, considering I really didn't know where we were in the first place. Industrial park. That's good. What else? Not much, really, that I can tell easily. Open Sundays. All right. Well, that's good. But do we have something specific? An outlet store? Interesting. Interesting. What does this say? Eroski Inca. Supermarket. Eroski Inca. All right. That might be of some help. Although I'm unsure as to how it will be of some help. Well, I'll say I go right there. What does this say? Luke. Santa Margalita. Manacor. That also is still quite confusing to me. So there's a .com website right there. Well, let's go down here and see. What? Maybe this will help us. Petra. No, I don't think we're in Jordan. .es. Okay, we are in Spain, though. So we saw a place called Santa something. Santa something. Great. Well, I'm sure I'm going to remember it when I see it. Also, we saw Petra. I don't really know what Petra means in Spain, but I'm sure it's somewhere. It's probably around here, if I had to just make a wild guess. Other than that, there's a rabbit there. Let's go around. Roundabouts are always useful. Roundabouts often help us know where we are. So that is good. 2 L's. No, that doesn't help us too much, but it looks like we want to go down this road here. There's a big sign right down there, big green sign. Oh, it's not a highway sign? Palma, Alsudia, Lulubi. Oh, wow. Interesting. there is something strange about the language. Now, the real question to me then is Catalan. That's another language in Spain. Where is Catalonia? That's a place, right? Is it the place around Barcelona? Is that the answer to the question that I'm looking for? I'm not really looking for a question. Well, yeah, I am. I really don't know what I'm saying, but there are two L's right there in the name of this place, so that leads me to believe good. We're on the right track. Lulaleda. That's good. Honestly, that's as good as we've gotten. Lulaleda. Two L's. Everything around here has just got two L's in the name. It's like we're in Wales, but we're not in Wales. We're in Spain, apparently. Port Alsudia. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but where is that port? It's somewhere around here. Alright. Well, it's a port, so it's got to be on the water, right? One would expect it to be, at least. But Lalanka is there. Lalanka? That's good. Manacor, do we see that? Port Alsudia? I don't see it. Port, yeah, that doesn't help. There is a Lalanka, though. Scala. Ah, man. Loret? Alright, we're getting places. What if I go down this way? What road is this? Do we have a highway number? Can I get onto this highway? Just get me down there. Get me out of here. Okay, good. What highway are we on? More questions for people. We are on a highway that I do not know which one it is, but it might help us that we found it. So, we find ourselves, Inca is in that distance, and then a lot of other places are around here. Sencels. Do I want to go looking all over Spain for Sencels? I don't is the answer. I don't want to go looking all over Spain for that. But it might be around here somewhere. And that's exit 25. Well, will this thing tell us the highway that we're on? It'd be very nice of it to do that. 50 highway, no. Alright, we'll keep going down this way. SOS, 300 meters. We are on a highway called MA13. Alright, well, honestly, I'm M13. Alright, is the M13 anywhere around here? Honestly, where are we? Didn't we see a .es website? What is the deal? What is the deal with this? I don't get it. Something is up. Are there M-roads in Portugal, maybe? Maybe I've just messed it up so much that is it. Maybe it's on one of these islands here? Oh, okay. It is. It is on these islands. All right. Alsudia is right there, and Inca is right here. So we are in Inca, and we saw this roundabout, so we were right there. Like the guess and the answer was, that was it. There you go. We were even on that road when like that roundabout's boom. 64.59. That helped a lot. Interesting. Interesting. Well, you know, there you go. Very cool. And now, very small alleyway. We'll probably go this way because it seems like we'll find at least our way out. Ooh, wow. Unexpected. But very cool. Flag appears to be Italian. And we've got a lot of things that talk about Italy. And Venezia, which is Venice. And okay, yeah, seems like Venice to me. Seems like a very big canal. So let's go look around Venice. Venice, very big canal. Well, is it going to be this canal? The grand one? It might be. It very well might be. Are there bridges that cross it? No. I didn't expect this to be the Grand Canal. That's just a map of Italy. A lot of like tourist traps. We got people selling handbags here. They're definitely not real. I mean, honestly, like okay, I don't recognize any of the brand names here, but this one over here. Does anyone think this is going to be a real Louis Vuitton? Probably not, but I doubt they're priced like a real Louis Vuitton. I mean, sure, you're in Italy. Maybe you can trick like some really ignorant tourists to buy fake Louis Vuittons at a price that would be more than like $20, $20 to $40. I don't know, $20 to $40 seems like an okay price to buy something you know is fake just because it's fun to buy something fake. I mean, maybe you could, oh, like I bought a fake Louis Vuitton in Italy. That's fun. Is Louis Vuitton an Italian brand? Well, by the sound of it, I would say no, not at all. Is it a French brand? Probably. But I'm sure there were other bags there by Italian designers as well. I just recognized the one. Interesting. I mean, this, of course, Venice, very touristy. I mean, like everywhere. Everywhere is a little bit touristy, but, when you're such a big tourist magnet, you kind of fall into these kind of traps. What is the good thing is trying to find the places where, it's actually cool. Does anyone really want to buy any of this garbage? No, not really, but if you need to buy souvenirs for someone you don't particularly care a lot about, you can buy this stuff right here. Oh boy, just imagine myself wearing a shirt that has like 3 Vespas in the colors of Italy's flag, and it says Italian style on it. Just imagine yourself wearing this shirt. Oh, it's just embarrassing. You know what? I might buy it just for the irony of it all, because really, it's not really irony. It's more of irony in a Alanis Morissette sense, in the sense that it's not irony at all. But really, it is just like, man, what a shirt to buy. Amazing. Well, now we've gone out of it. See, this is nice. These boats look like they're real boats. Maybe real people actually use them. Look at this door. That's cool. Look at these crumbling foundations. That's interesting. See, this place is pretty cool. It probably smells horrible. The water is probably like really disgusting, right? Does Venice smell bad? I never really imagined it, but looking at it, I think it might. I mean, it's got to be really dirty water, right? Really dirty, cramped waters like this. Honestly, it's got to have an odor. It can't not. Where does all the sewage go? In the water? Maybe. Does Venice have a robust plumbing system? I hope it does. But is it possible that it doesn't? It definitely is. Now we're in someone's entrance. This is interesting. Wow, a lot of creepy alleyways over here. My God. It'd be a bit scary to go here alone, to be honest. But, these people look like they're having a good time. Interesting. All right, let's make a guess. Let's go with, sure, this one right here. Let's say we were right there. Make the guess, and the answer was kind of. We were actually all the way up here. And actually, it looks like that was the big canal. Oh, interesting. It was actually a little bridge here. 6441. Wow, very cool. Well, there you go. That concludes our challenge. 28,493 started off in Edmundston, where I started off being very negative about the city, that I have terrible memories of that creepy motel above the Chinese food place from when I was younger on a trip to the Maritimes. And it just, to me, Edmundston is the city you stop at on your road trip to a good place. But really, actually, it looks like it has transformed itself into quite a nice little town. And it's a hell of a lot nicer than a lot of places. So you know what? Maybe it's worth a trip back there, and maybe it is worth a stop if you're going to the Maritimes and come from a place where stopping there makes any sense. Mexicali in Mexico. Visited a big fence between Mexico and the United States. Then to an airport, which I just guessed was Dresden. Turns out it was pretty good. Berlin, close by. Then we went to look at languages. It looked like Welsh Spanish for a long time, and still does. We find ourselves in Inca, Spain, and then finally over here in Venice, Italy, which may be a city that smells, maybe a city that smells good, and is definitely a place where tourists find themselves. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. Aw yeah. Cue the royalty-free music. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, everybody. Get on your feet. Stand up, look at the screen and repeat. I'm gonna like, rate, comment, and subscribe. I love watching Ather vids all of the time. Thanks for dropping by and spending the time. Hope you've enjoyed, and let's get on with our lives. Oh yeah. Thanks to Kevin MacLeod for these awesome beats. Woo yeah. Have a good one.